reconnecting. Why does my 4G suck? I don't... There we go. Ha! Now we're on. And there's nobody here. Two people, three people. Let's see if I can't get this phone to do comments. Fox Shop's here. That's better picture. Seems like I did something. Alright, I don't know what I did, Kyle. Can you hear me? I can't have fun when I'm doing this. Alright, Kyle's here. Why isn't this phone popping up any of the comments? That's awesome. Turn that on. Hold on, just give me a second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out without my technical advisor here. Live chat, there we go. That's better. I can flip it like this. Chad, how's it going? Jordan? Hi? No calls. Yo. Yeah, Kyle, well. Loud and clear. Is that my old... This is my old phone. That's the S9. S7, S9. So, and I don't know why it's all choppy. It's coming in on this phone all choppy. I'm not sure how it's coming in for you guys, but my Wi-Fi sucks inside. But this should be all 4G right here. Anyway, we'll let the room get a little bigger, and I was going to talk about transmissions on this guy. And no call. Let's see. Hold on. Interwebs is crap. Looks clear. Was real clear. Then you got cruddy again. Well, we'll just let it kind of buffer its way out here. See what happens. But that's 4G. It should be good to go. Chad says it looks clear. So now it's all. My autofocus is on. I don't know how to turn this stinking autofocus on this. I don't want to touch the screen. I'm just gonna have to stop moving. This is a new camera / new phone that I have that I'm on today. So if it's doing autofocus, great. Maybe if I close the garage door and that light in the background goes away. Let me try that real quick. New technology. I don't know it yet. It was gonna rain anyway. It's starting to cloud up out there. All right, white balance. White balance. I'm guessing you're talking about the light balance or white balance. How's everybody been this weekend? Has it been a good weekend? It's been okay here. Just getting, just got the camp trailer. I was working on it this morning. Kyle and I are going for our last camping trip of the year. And what's going on? Disable? Kyle sending me notifications. Autofocus on the S9. I don't have time to click on this, Kyle. You read it and then you tell me how to do it. Camera. I don't want to get into the options and screw it all up. Nope, that's not it. What's this over here? That's not it. Call this one. No. White balance. Normal. Door's better. Okay, since the door closed, okay. It's fine, leave it. Kyle's at a birthday party. And I'm here. I was working on the trailer this morning, like I was just talking about, and then started working on the Expedition. I got the wiring harness for the transmission untaped, by the way, Kyle. I don't know what is going on here. And then I decided to just go live and talk to you guys instead of working on the Expedition, because I have all week now, because we were waiting on a couple parts. Got the transmission out last weekend. Got the video up for you guys, and then found out we had a cracked torque converter, which is awesome. So what happened was, you got the torque converter, you got the shaft out the front, the weld around the shaft to the torque converter got a little crack right where the weld came back to one another. So I'm guessing it was whoever welded the torque converter didn't weld it properly. And so yeah, we have a new torque converter on its way to replace the old one, which only had a little bit less than 10,000 miles on it, so that was awesome. We went ahead and put some new pump seals in, and gasket around the pump housing, so that's all got replaced. Unfortunately, that got replaced before we knew about cracking the torque converter, which I'm guessing that's where the leak was. Yeah, Chad. That's my guess, because that makes sense why it would leak sometimes and not other times, because I think if the torque converter stopped where it was upright at 12 o'clock position where that crack was, it wouldn't leak. But you shut the engine off and it was, anywhere down low, then it would cause it to sit there and piss out of that crack. But I could be wrong. It could have been the seal too, so maybe we would, didn't jump the gun by having all the seals replaced. But Kyle and I have been talking, and we're going to run this transmission till it pops, and then whoever's watching right now is going to get a little insight. I'm already starting to do some research. This is getting a 5-speed swap in the near future, maybe even a ZF6 if my idea works with the adapter plate that we already bought for the automatic. If it works for a manual transmission, that means all we got to do is hunt down a ZF6 out of a V10, and if we have the room. I've got to do some measurements, but this is all going to get 5-speed swapped here in the next couple years. I'm guessing this winter we'll go through use the automatics. We just spent some more money to make that go down the road, but I'm going to start slowly. Kyle and I are going to start set the transmission, what transfer case we're going to use, because we can't use the transfer case out of this, but I would like to keep it on the dash automatic, because I do not want to lose my center console in this Expedition. We're actually going to make the 5. We're going to do a short throw like Kyle's got his 4BT Cummins. We're going to come up through the center console and keep the Expedition center console with a short throw. Is it B&M, Kyle, the 10 years? Oh, yeah, B&M. That's what we talked about, B&M. So this will get a 5-speed swap in the next probably sooner than later. I've just decided that I'm not happy with it's Hurst. Thank you, Kyle. I'm not happy with the automatic that's in this, because I feel like I would hurt it if I wanted to try to tow with this vehicle with the bigger tires underneath of it. And I'm just, with the tuning, with the transmission controller works, and I have had it working good, but it's had hiccups along the way, and I'm getting sick of the hiccups, especially when you're on a road trip a couple hours away from home and you're on an interstate and it decides it wants to only use first and second gear, and you're stuck red line up against the governor, not red line, but up against the governor, going 42 miles an hour in an 80-mile zone. That really pissed me off. And there was some other things that, gosh, this autofocus on this phone is making me mad. Here, follow my finger. Right here. Interesting. If I just scoot in a little bit. Stop. Okay, this is cute. Well, I'll know for next time. Worth a crap. So yeah, that's big news on the old Expedition is we're gonna put the automatic back in, run her till she pops. I would like to go take. Doesn't look like your. It doesn't like your beard. Well, it's probably it. It's probably. I'm actually thinking about shaving this off today, but I don't know. I'm starting to like it. Might trim it up a bit. I'm using the front. It's using the front camera, Kyle. I don't know how to. I don't know. Well, I guess I could flip flop it and try the other side. I don't know why. Kyle's giving me a little pep talk here, so turn it to the back. All right, we'll try in the back. Supposedly the back's got a better camera. We'll see here. Problem is I gotta keep this phone open all the time now. I was actually able to read the comments if they came in. Now you guys are staring at that damn light above me and this tripod's. Oh man, that really screwed up everything. I'm delayed here, so give me a second. Screwed up. Is it all choppy and just crap on your phone? If you can hear me. Holy cow. I don't think anybody can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Or is it gone? It was just a second ago. Does it look good? Good. If not, I can turn it back around because on my phone it looks like absolute hot garbage. You're still there. Is it blotchy or is it the same? Anyway. Yep, we're it was hearing you, but all right, let's try this. We're losing people. There we go. Anyway, so there you are. So, like I said, moving forward with this, probably get the transmission back in it this week, hopefully. Kyle and I were running a dipstick like this guy, and we thought we had a rear mainsail leak, but was actually leaking since the tube. I don't know where the other half of this is. So this goes into the engine block. So you had to go through the inner fender well, get all nasty and greasy to check your oil, because this was an industrial block, if you guys remember. Without doing any research and just by word of mouth, I had the Triton oil dipstick tube and dipstick, and I was told by another tuber that they went ahead and used the Triton stick in their block. Well, work. Kyle and I sat here for a couple hours trying to make it work, and we failed miserably. It's not the right size. So I went ahead and went out to my parts, 6BT Cummins, and got this guy. This is actually the 4BT one. This isn't going to work because it's too thick at the top, but pulled one out of my 6BT, and now we're going to be ordering a tube and dipstick which is not cheap for that plastic tube that goes down. Is, I don't know what Kyle was saying, it's pretty spendy. And a new dipstick, so it's up top side now. I don't have to go through the fender well. But anyway, this was popping up and out and letting oil, under full throttle spew out of it, or just leaking out this seal. So this was hot garbage. It's going away. So we're going to be waiting on parts for that. We're waiting for the torque converter, which should be here Monday. So if we get it Monday, maybe Monday night or Tuesday after wrestling the transmission, back up into the Expedition here shortly. And as soon as this guy's done and back running and driving again, then we're going to jump ahead to Kyle's truck finally. We're going to get some parts coming, get the white truck in the driveway and start working on it, which is going to be exciting because that means when that truck's running and driving that I can get the Bronco and stick it in the garage right behind me here and start going full bore on that project. But as soon as the Bronco's done, I think after that project's done, it's running and driving, which I hope I can have it going by Christmas. We'll see though. My expectations are a little high at the moment. But yeah, we'll get the Bronco going, get in here, and then start hunting down some 5-speed parts for this guy because I'm just not happy with an automatic. I thought I was going to be, but things aren't working like I thought they were going to. And then the rating on this 4R70W for pulling, it just scares the shit out of me to hook up to anything heavy and start pulling with this thing. So it's not a light vehicle. Get some weight behind her. That transmission removed was no joke. Yeah, to remove it, Chad? Is that what you're talking about? It was actually, it wasn't too hard to remove the transmission. Of course, we had all the right tools, air tools, transmission jack, but going back in is kind of harder than going out. I'm not looking forward to it. But once it's mated back up to the motor, and you start putting all the drive lines and cross brace and all that stuff, it seems to move by a little bit easier once you get the hardest parts just get it lined up perfect and back up against the engine. So it's all right. You're fine, Chad. What's everybody doing today? What's everybody out and about doing? Are you just at home? I know the East Coast got pounded by with Florence, and I've been watching that. Hopefully none of you guys are in harm's way down there. That's I still have nothing. All right, John. I don't know why you don't have nothing. Sorry about that, John. John Fox from the Fox Shop. He's whining. I think it's his internet. Kyle, do you have anything, or am I just sitting here talking to air? I got Chad's been commenting back. I hope it's coming. It seems like it's coming in fine on my second. Yeah. John, I think your phone or your internet's screwed up, buddy. Because everything looks good on my end. Yep, we're good to go. Oh, comments came in here. I had to catch up because I missed the part about the torque converter. Yeah, so torque converter got cracked. I'll show you guys a picture in the next episode when we're putting the transmission back in the Expedition. It's weird. It's like where the weld came around back to one another, right where it came back to one another. It's like a couple little pinholes or something right there. They put it under pressure. The local transmission shop has a torque converter pressure tester, and they stuck it on the machine, and they just started blowing right there at where the welds came together. So, and that torque converter was under warranty, but the company that I bought it from tits up. So I'm stuck with the bill, which actually they found me the same quality torque converter to hold the same amount of foot-pounds of torque, same horsepower rating for half the price of what I spent on that one. So, it still sucks, but whatever. Let's see, just sitting at home drinking a few beers. Not a bad idea. You still there? You're still there. Thanks, Chad. Yep, I'm still here. Cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody else has a little bit more motivation than I. Actually, I did some work on the camp trailer. Like I said, Kyle and I are heading out of town to a wedding, so that's going to be fun. Last camping trip of the year. Chad's on the road, to go figure. No texting and driving, Chad. You're not going to listen to me, but, you know, just thought I'd throw it out there. But, got all my lights finally finished on the trailer. I've got all LED lights all the way around on the camp trailer. After this live stream, I'm going to go back out and actually work on getting it cleaned up. Gotta get swept, counters wiped down, all that good jazz. Start taking a list of what I need. So, yep, gonna be a fun weekend next weekend. Hopefully have this thing done by middle of the week. At least the transmission back in it and ready. You know, maybe if we might be. I bet we'll be waiting on parts for the oil dipstick, but there was something. Oh, downpipe. I also would like to take that off tonight. I'm thinking about doing it. Taking the downpipe off that Kyle and I built, taking it into a shop. But I need to talk to them and see if they want the whole truck there or if they can just bring them the downpipe. It's probably the best idea to just take the whole truck to them, leave it for the day, let them pull it apart. That way they can fit it just perfect. But I'm done. Like the flex pipe that we put in there. So we got a downpipe that comes down halfway, and then we have a flex pipe off of a semi truck, 4-inch from there to our 4-inch exhaust, and then that's all wrapped in heat wrap. Some of this stuff up here. Some of this stuff is wrapped around it to keep all the heat off that starter because it runs right next to the 6-liter starter. So we have, I think, half a freaking roll on that sucker. But I'm taking it down. I think I'm going to have them shrink it from 4-inch to 3 3/4 off the down, so we have a little bit more room between the pipe and the starter. And I just want a pipe built. I'm over it because the bracket keeps coming loose and it has a little bit of an exhaust leak. It always had a little bit of an exhaust leak where the flex pipe crushed around the actual pipe. So Kyle's going to go smaller. I think he's told me he wants to do 3-inch. So he's going to have a 3-inch down, 3-inch out. So I think once we get his turbo in, that I've already got a down. I already bought a second down pipe for this that was 3-inch, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go bigger. So we'll have that down. I've got to find it. I have no idea. It's not in this. I think it's out in the big shop. But budget tools. Too bad you can't Uber the Expedition. That's funny. I've got. It's a funny Uber the Expedition. Yeah, it'd be funny. Show up, blowing smoke everywhere. But yeah, my day job is keeping me busy enough. I don't need any more jobs. This job right here, I mean, we haven't even been able to get too many videos up this summer for you guys. I've been so busy at work. Kyle's been busy at work, so. But also would like to get the electric fan put in this while it's down too. Went all summer without it. Didn't overheat. Well, it overheated one time a little bit going up out of the camping ground area that we were at. It was really slow moving and it got pretty hot, but nothing to write home to mom about. But I would like to get the fan. We've got it. We've got a fan with a thermostat that just needs to go in here. Have them make it so you can remove it for repairs. Yes, that too. It will. So what I'm thinking, Chad, is from the turbo down to my 4-inch, it just be its own pipe. It'll still have the clamp at the turbo, obviously, and then it'll have a clamp right at the exhaust. But right now it's got the clamp at the exhaust, it has a clamp at this bend, and then it's got we're eliminating the clamp in the middle, which is the one that always comes loose and leaks exhaust around. So yeah, that's my 411 today on the Expedition. I've been really thinking the last week. I was up in arms about selling the thing. I was actually like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it because my wife, she's been driving the Super Duty and I've been needing to pick up. And having 2 trucks would be nice. I was like, well, why am I not happy? Why am I not happy with the freaking truck that I wanted to build? And it's like, well, I should have went with the manual. And it's like, well, I spent all the money to adapt the, 4BT Cummins to the automatic. And Ghost, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Happy Sunday. But my wife and I were talking. She's like, "Yeah, that sounds like an okay plan, but we gotta run the automatic out first." So, but I think it'll be fun. The way I want to build it next with the 5-speed, it's gonna be cleaner. It's gonna be clean because I'm leaving the center console in, and that piece of plastic that's a little tray is where the stick will come out, and we'll put a nice fancy boot on it, even if I've got to get one made. Do the Hurst short shifter, so the throws are just, nice and close together. It should turn out pretty nice. I just don't know what transfer case. I'm guessing I'm going to need a transfer case that goes behind the M5R2 out of a Triton that's shipped on the fly. I know they made them because I want to keep that. And I know from older Fords, I'm guessing that, and I haven't done the research on this, that the transfer case behind this automatic, the input-output shafts are different to a manual. Like the 90s was the same with the M5ODs and manual transmission to automatic transmission, or manual transmission to automatic transfer cases would not adapt because the shafts were different sizes. So, happy Sunday. It is the same as the F-150 Ghost, and that's what I'm saying. The problem is automatic to manual. I'm pretty sure, I know from the 90s, all my experiences, if I had an automatic T case, it would not bolt up. It would bolt up to the manual transmission. It just, the shaft would be either bigger, and then the manual transmission would be smaller, and the splines would not line up correctly. So I got to do my research on that. So unless I could take this transfer case and have the shafts swapped out somehow, but I might as well just, transfer cases are cheap, just buy a transfer case and then figure out the plug to wire it up. And we're going to go ahead and delete the automatic 4-wheel drive system regardless. While this is out and I'm underneath there, I'm doing the brown wire mod. We're going to go, so it has, basically when you're in the all automatic 4-wheel drive mode, it's going to be 2-wheel drive. So I'll actually have 2, 4, and 4 low. And we've never had 4 low because we didn't figure out the neutral safety on that, so that'll get fixed so we can actually go into low range this go around versus previous didn't have it. Yeah, so that's pretty much the line of episodes that are going to be coming out. Next episode should be on this, putting the transmission back in, then we're going to move over to Kyle's truck, and then over to the Bronco eventually. I know I've said it in the past, but it's I've actually, on the Bronco, for right now, I'm going to try to make the modified engine work. I'm going to pull the head off that one side when we get to it and figure out why we have a dead cylinder. I'm hoping it's just dead. That way I got a buddy that has a spare head, or it's just a valve that's stuck or whatnot, put a head in that. And it needs a carburetor. The carburetor, last time we filmed with that, was dripping fuel out of the side of the carburetor onto the manifold. Yeah, not fun. So, but definitely going with the Cummins in that eventually. I missed one the other day. Kyle and I were kind of bummed about that. There was a guy that was selling a 6BT and dang fly, in Bend for $1,000 for running and ready to bolt in 6BT, which that was a bummer. Could have got that one and made the Bronco go sooner, but I don't know where all these flies just came from all of a sudden. It's that time of year and they're trying to get inside. Hold on, got some comments coming in. Anybody and I are looking at a 2002 F-150 right now. Not a bad year. I've had a couple of the Heritage body style Expeditions and F-150s. Yeah, Chad, that's what I'm hoping. We're going to see. I mean, if it's got a scored cylinder wall, then we're kind of like, yeah, it's just a boat anchor. Just re-yard it out and throw it on the Pajanga for next summer because it ain't getting rebuilt. They're just not a very good motor in my opinion. I've had several of them, and every stinking one has had problems, either timing chain issue or overheating or lack of lubrication on the bottom end, knock 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 at your front door kind of deal. I'm just not a big modified fan. I mean, I've made decent power out of one, but I think I had that motor in and out of the truck 4 or 5 times. It was ridiculous, and it was a gas hog. It got the same mileage as my buddy's 460 did, and it had less power and torque. So, V8 or V6. I've never had the V6. One of my old carpet cleaning vans I used to run out of, it had the V6. It got really good fuel economy. Didn't know much about it, but we put a good solid 200,000 miles on the V6. No problems on it. Yeah, I did get. It was in a Econoline. It was a Econoline 2002 Econoline E150 van. Had the V6. I think we were getting like 18, 19 behind it, and it had an automatic. 18, 19 miles a gallon. It seemed to have plenty of power. It didn't have like the torque like the inline sixes did, but it had plenty of get up and go. It wasn't like a V8, so nope, haven't had a V6 except for that. In an F-150, I've had the 4.6 and the 5.4. I've had a newer 2004 F-150 with the 3V 5.4. I do not recommend those motors at all, unless you want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on phasers. Yeah, that truck went in. I owned that truck for not even 30 days and had to take it back to the dealership for about $5,000 worth of warranty work because both cam phasers need to be replaced, and the chain guides were all screwed up, and it was beating the heck out of the side of the block. Yeah, made decent power. It had 305 horsepower out of that 2004 5.4 3V. It was quick. Not very good fuel economy, but it was quick. Is it a 5-speed? I'm curious. Just seeing that you commented it was the V6. I mean, like I said, I had that one. It wasn't even my truck. It was a business I worked for, and I got to drive it a few times, and we had a bunch of miles on it. It ran good. You don't have the torque like the inline six. It was behind the automatic, or it was in front of the automatic, and it had got closer to 20 miles to the gallon. So it's an automatic. That's a different one. Normally, all the F-150s I seen with the V6 in them, they were all 5 speeds. But yeah, that is different. That it has the. I gotta know if I have Expo. You're right about the guides. Yeah, man. I kind of wish I would have kept that truck, but another part of me is not, because that would have been a cool truck to do a 4PT Cummins in a 5-speed. There's plenty of room in that engine bay. But yeah, not a big 3V 5.4 fan, but I do like the 2V 5.4s, 2V 4.6s. My 2004 Econoline 250 van that I have out front, or out back here, it has 250,000 original miles on the original motor and transmission. It's getting tired, but it don't leak a drop oil on her. It looks new. It's a 2-wheel drive, sitting cab, 6-foot bed. That's probably why somebody must have ordered it that way. What are they asking? I'm curious. Kind of curious. Well, what's everybody up to? I know we had some people leave and new people come in. If you're just tuning into the live stream, happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to be jumping off here soon. I've got to move on with my day and get a couple more things done. Give it a few more minutes here. That needs a little bit of work. Ghost, by the way, he's looking at a truck as he's watching our live stream, is what it sounds like. Those comments just go by way too quick. It needs a little bit of work. She's asking 1,000, her best offer. I mean, it needs O2 sensors. It needs a little bit of trans fluid. Yeah, but it runs. Interior's clean. Is there any rust on it? Is it a clean body? Seems like a pretty decent price for a Heritage. Hopefully getting off the 24-hour shift at 3:30, and then the thing, is that what it said? For 24 hours. Yeah, I don't miss shift work. Holy cow, that's a long day. Having my own hours and own business nowadays is hopefully getting, yeah, just at home drinking beer, talking to you guys, and probably going to go back and work on the camp trailer here in a minute. As soon as I finish this beer, pop off the live stream, and I've got a couple more things I'd like to get done on that today. I was going to work on this and decided I want to wait for Kyle to get here because he did most of the wiring down below, and we're going to take it back apart, check everything, and resolder the connections that we did not have the soldering technology to do before. It's all butt connected and T connected in, and we're going to go ahead and do it the right way this go around. Base model XLT, but got a little bit of rust here and there. Actually not bad. I am just sick of the flies this year. This is crazy. You ever talk about the happen between you and Johnson? Ever talked about the Jimmy J did a nice job swapping the stick into his Explorer? Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I think he had a little mishaps with his exhaust touching the hydraulic line, though, and losing all of his hydraulic fluid out of his reservoir there. So, any questions? If not, I'm heading out. I'm going to go outside and work on the trailer. Hope you guys are... Jeez. I'm going to have to go get some fly swatter and kill some of these flies. They're moving in for the winter. It's crazy. Summer just kind of whoop by. And can't believe it's going to be snowing soon. But on the plus side, I do have a sled this year to go ride with. So that's going to be fun. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I just kind of wanted to update you on what's going on with the expedition here and see what you all are doing this Sunday. And if you're new and watching the live stream, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time.